Hi, in this session, we are going to apply or we are going to use the method of joints for analyzing a truss. Okay, so here it is written that this method is based on the fact that if the entire truss is in equilibrium, then each of its joints will also be in equilibrium. That means if it is given that this system is this truss is in equilibrium, find out the forces in members as well as at the supports. Then you can apply method of joint and you can say that each joint will be in equilibrium. So let's apply the method of joint. So in method of joint, we draw free body diagram of each joint and we just balance the forces acting horizontally and vertically. So suppose this is the free body diagram, and in the beginning, we can select any direction of internal forces. So keep in mind this statement. If you are drawing the ABD of joint first time, then you can assign the direction of internal forces as per your choice. There is no restriction, but only internal forces, not external forces. So suppose I am drawing the ABD of point B. Okay, so the external force is acting horizontally and the magnitude is 500 Newton. Now, there are two internal forces acting on this point B. One along the link BA, one along the link BA, and another along the link BC. So, suppose I am taking the direction of force in BA, that is FBA, in vertically downward direction, and I am taking the direction FBC in this way, right? So, the nature of this FBA is providing a tension on the point B. So I have written here tension. And the nature of this FBC is that it is providing a compressive force on the point B. So I am writing here compression. Now let's apply the force balance equation. So balancing the forces acting horizontally on the point B, you will get 500 Newton is acting horizontally and FBC is acting opposite to this 500 Newton. So we will take minus sign and we will get FBC sine 45 degree is equal to 0. And if you balance the vertical forces, then you will get FBC cos 45 degree minus FBA is equal to 0. And just by solving these two equations, we will get FBC equals to 707.1 Newton and FBA is equal to 500 Newton. So if you solve these two equations, then you will get FBC is equal to positive 707.1 Newton and FBA is equal to positive 500 Newton. So because we are getting positive sign here, okay, positive sign here and also positive sign at this force FBA also, then we can say that the direction we have chosen in our FBD is correct. So this direction is correct and this direction is also correct. That means the nature of FBC is compressive at the point B. So here you should write the means letter C, or you can write compression also, compression. Okay, so this information is very important. If you miss to write this information, that means nature of force, then you will means lose some marks. So please be cautious that if you solve any problem, then write the magnitude, unit, and also the nature of force. If it is compressive, that means if it is providing compression on the joint, then you write C, or if it is providing tension on the joint, then you write capital T or tension. Hope it is clear. Now let's draw the BD of another joint. So here we have drawn the FBD of joint C, and here you can see that FBC, the direction of FBC, now we are taking opposite to the direction of FBC we had taken in the previous joint B. Why we are taking opposite direction of FBC when we are drawing FBD, free body diagram of C? The reason is that if the direction of FBC on the point B is in this way, then you must take opposite direction force and equal magnitude force at the point C in order to maintain the equilibrium. So in order to maintain equilibrium, we are taking opposite direction of this FBC along the link BC, at this joint. Now, in the link AC, okay, we are assigning the force FCA in this direction. So first time we are assigning this force FCA, so we are free to take any direction. Either we can take direction leftward or rightward. We are free to take because we are assigning this force first time. So FCA will be acting, suppose it is acting in leftward side. Then CY must act vertically upward because it is a reaction. So reaction force, you cannot change the you can change the direction, but we are not going to make it complicated. So we are taking the direction of reaction CY vertically upward. Okay, now balance the forces. If you balance the forces, what you will get? You will get minus FCA. Means let's balance the horizontal forces. Then FCA is acting leftward, so we are taking leftward negative, rightward positive. So here negative FCA plus 707.1 cos 45 degree, and its direction is rightward, so we are taking positive sign here. And balance the vertical forces, you will get CY minus 707.1 sine 45 degree, and these two equations will give you FCA and CY. So here we are taking tensile force. So the nature of FCA we have assigned as tensile, and the sign of FCA as per this equation is positive 500 Newton, positive 500 Newton. So we can say that our assumed direction is correct. So this FCA will be equal to 500 Newton and it will be tensile in nature. Okay, its nature will be tensile. Correct? Okay. And the magnitude of reaction force. Okay, that means if you are writing reaction force, then you need not to write the nature of reaction force. No need. So you can just write the magnitude and unit. That will be sufficient. No need to write its compressive or tensile. CY is equal to 500 Newton. Enough. Now let's draw the FBD of joint A, and this FBD of joint A will look like this. Here it is a pin joint or hinge joint, so this joint A will be experiencing two reactions. One, suppose we are applying AX, that is one horizontal reaction. Suppose we are taking its direction as leftward, and there will be a reaction AY, and suppose we are taking its direction vertically downward. Okay, AY vertically downward. So it is your choice. Either you can take conventional direction. So conventionally we used to take AX horizontally rightward and AY vertically upward. But in this problem, so I have taken this problem from book, and in the book the direction or orientation of AX and AY are considered with this orientation. Okay, but it is your choice. You can reverse this direction of AX and AY as well. There is no issue. Okay, now FBA. Here already we have assigned this FBA for FBD or for point B. So we can now we are not free to take any direction of FBA. We have to take the direction of FBA opposite to this direction. So that's why, to maintain equilibrium. So that's why we are taking this force FBA vertically upward. Clear? Now FCA, we have already we have also taken the force FCA in FBDC, and we have taken here the direction horizontally leftward. So while drawing FBD of point A, we have to take its direction. We have to take its direction horizontally rightward, opposite to this one. So now balance the forces, horizontal and vertical forces, and it will give you the reaction forces AX and AY. Write down here the forces, and it will be AX is equal to 500 Newton and AY is equal to again 500 Newton. Complete. The question or the solution of this question is complete. This much you have to attempt. Now let's move to the next question. So here again we have to determine magnitude and nature of the forces in the truss loaded and supported as shown in the figure. Okay. So in this truss, how many members are there? There are one member, that is AB. This is one. Then another member BC, 2. Then CD. This point is D. So this is third member. This one is fourth member. This one is fifth member. And here again, that's all. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 members are there, right? So there are 5 members, and how many joints? Joint A, joint B, joint C, and joint D. So there are 5 members and 4 joint. So 4 joint means 2j minus 3 is equal to 8 minus 3, 5, and n is equal to 5. So it is a perfect frame. So we can solve this frame for finding the magnitude and nature of forces in the members and support. So we can apply method of joint, and let's start. So here first of all we are going to find out the reaction forces. So 400 Newton is acting externally at the point B, and again 600 Newton force is acting at the point D in the horizontal direction, up means outside to this frame. Now the dimension 4 meter and 6 meter is given. Now let's apply the reaction forces at point C and point A. Point D is not supported. Okay. Only point C and A are supported. So C point is hinged. So we will get two reactions, one horizontal and another vertical. So suppose this one is Cx and this one is Cy, and suppose this force acting on point A, that is roller support, the reaction is Ay. Then if we apply the force balance, then balancing the horizontal forces will give us Cx minus 600. That means Cx is equal to 600. Okay, balance the vertical forces and you will get Ay this one minus 400 this one minus Cy is equal to 0. And take moment about C, about the hinge point, and you will get Ay into 6, that is clockwise. This Ay into 6 is acting clockwise about C, and then 400 into 3. 400 into 3 is acting anti-clockwise, so we are taking negative sign here, and this 600 is also acting anti-clockwise. 600 into this perpendicular distance is 4 meters, so 600 into 4. So again we will put minus sign here, and 600 into 4, this will give us Ay is equal to 600, and Cx is 600 and Cy is 200. Okay, now let's note these forces Ay, Cx and Cy, and let's find the forces or internal forces acting in the members or on the joints. So internal forces on the joints we will find out. So first of all, let's draw the FBD of point A. So in this case we are considering the internal force AD acting horizontally rightward, and we are taking that the force in this link FAB is acting towards the point A. That means FAB we are considering as compressive, and FAD we are taking as tensile. Okay, and already we have calculated the value of Ay, and the value of Ay is 600 Newton, and the previous slide we had means taken this direction of Ay as vertically upwards, so we are applying vertically upward force Ay at this point A. And now if you balance the forces, horizontal and vertical forces, you will get 600 Newton vertically upward minus this vertical component of FAB, that will be FAB, and cos this theta. So this cos theta is 4 by 5 is equal to 0. Okay, so suppose this is theta, then cos theta will be equal to 4. divided by 5. Okay. So 600 Newton minus 4 by 5, FAB is equal to 0. This will give us FAB, and then balance the horizontal forces, and you will get FAD. FAD is acting horizontally rightward, so we are taking horizontally rightward as positive, and this FAB, its horizontal component, will act horizontally leftward. So horizontally leftward we are taking negative. So FAD minus 3 by 5, 750 Newton is equal to 0. So we will get FAB and FAD is equal to 750 and 450 respectively. Next, let's draw the FBD of point D, and this FBD will look like this figure. So this is the external force 600 Newton acting at the point D, obvious from figure, and here we have force FAD. So in the previous figure we took the direction FAD horizontally rightward. So in this FBD of point D, we must take the direction of FAD horizontally leftward. That means opposite to the direction of FAD that we taken in the previous FBD of point A. That you have to keep in mind. And here the force along the link DB, is FDB. Okay, FDB, and force along the link DC is FDC. Okay, so now let's balance the forces, and this will give us this equation, horizontal force balance, and this equation that is corresponding to vertical force balance, and finally we will get okay. So see here, 450 is acting leftward, and rightward we are taking positive, so we have taken minus sign here, plus 3 by 5 FDB. That means FDB cos theta. FDB cos theta. So this is cos theta, and cos theta is 3 by 5. So we are taking positive sign here because the direction is rightward. Then plus 600 Newton. 600 Newton is directed towards rightward. So plus sign here. This will give us FDB. FDB is equal to 250. So here we will get FDB is equal to it will be 450. It will be minus 250 Newton. So here we are getting minus sign, negative sign. That means the direction of FDB here, the direction is, it is producing compression at the point D. But because we are getting negative sign here, so here we will write tension, and we will remove the minus sign. Next, so now we have calculated this FDB, and what about FDC? So from this equation you will get FDC is equal to plus 200 Newton. That means the direction of FDC is correct. So this FDC will produce compression at the point D. So that's why we are writing FDC is equal to 200 C. C means compression. Now draw the FBD of point C, and you will get this FBD. So force along the link CD. Okay, this is the force along the link CD. FCD is equal to 200 Newton, and in the previous figure the direction of FCD was vertically downward. So in this FBD of C, we are taking the direction of FCD as vertically upward, right? And now we know that a vertical reaction is also acting at the point C, and it was CY. So CY is equal to 200. CY is equal to 200. So let's apply this reaction force CY vertically downward, and FCB. So FCB. So this is the direction of FCB, and here we have calculated that CX is equal to 600 Newton. So we are applying CX is equal to 600 Newton horizontally leftward. So horizontal force balance will give us FCB minus 600 Newton. So FCB is equal to 600 Newton, and this vertical force balance, so FCB is 600 compressive. So here, because we are getting FCB as a positive 600, so, and this direction of FCB is producing compression at point C, so we are writing here C. Okay, so that's all. In the next lecture we will take another problem, and we will also discuss a new concept of zero force member.